What happens when the man who built a fitness empire decides to step into his own gym, not as the powerful CEO, but as a regular member? Sometimes the truth unfolds in the most unexpected places, and the walls we build to keep others out can crumble when we least expect it. Let's dive into this incredible story. Ethan Morgan was the kind of man you'd call a self-made success. In his early 40s, he had built a chain of gyms called Core Force Fitness from scratch. The journey hadn't been easy, but Ethan had always been driven by a passion for health and wellness. His gyms weren't just about fancy equipment or glossy marketing, they were about transforming lives. Despite his success, Ethan had always kept a low profile. He wasn't the flashy billionaire who flaunted his wealth. In fact, most of his employees had no idea what he looked like. Ethan preferred it that way. It gave him a sense of freedom to see the world and his company without the lens of his title. One rainy morning, Ethan decided it was time to see Core Force Fitness from the ground level. He wanted to know if his vision was truly alive in his gyms or if it had become just another corporate machine. Wearing a gray hoodie, sweatpants, and an old pair of sneakers, Ethan stepped into one of his flagship locations in downtown Chicago. The gym buzzed with energy. The hum of treadmills mixed with the clanging of weights created a rhythm only gym-goers would understand. Ethan scanned the room, noting the state-of-the-art machines, the sparkling clean floors, and the cheerful staff greeting members at the front desk. On the surface, everything looked perfect. But Ethan knew that true excellence wasn't just about appearances, it was about the people. As he made his way to the locker room, he noticed two trainers standing near the free weights area. One of them, a tall, muscular man named Ryan, was holding a clipboard and nodding as the other trainer, a petite woman with fiery red hair named Lisa, spoke animatedly. "I swear, Ryan, this place is turning into a corporate mess," Lisa said, lowering her voice but not enough to go unheard. "They care more about profits than the people." Ethan stopped in his tracks, his heart skipping a beat. What was Lisa talking about? Ryan sighed, glancing over his shoulder to make sure no one was listening. "I know. It's frustrating. I got into this job to help people, not push expensive memberships or upsell personal training packages all the time." Lisa crossed her arms, her face a mixture of anger and disappointment. "Do you remember that guy, Michael? The one who couldn't afford a membership but just wanted to use the basic machines? They turned him away. He was trying so hard to get his life together. That's not why I became a trainer." Ethan felt a lump form in his throat. He had always believed that Core Force Fitness was a place where everyone was welcome, regardless of their financial situation. Hearing this was like a punch to the gut. Ethan decided to stay quiet for now. He continued with his workout, blending into the crowd. He observed the trainers, the members, and the overall atmosphere of the gym. While many things were running smoothly, he couldn't shake Lisa's words from his mind. Later that day, Ethan signed up for a personal training session with Ryan. He wanted to get to know the man who had been so candid earlier. During their session, Ethan asked casual questions about the gym. "Ryan, how long have you been working here?" Ethan asked, lifting a set of dumbbells. "About 3 years," Ryan replied, adjusting Ethan's form. "I love helping people, but sometimes it feels like the company's priorities have shifted." "Shifted how?" Ethan asked, his tone light but curious. Ryan hesitated before answering. "It's hard to explain. When I first started, it felt like we were really making a difference. Now it's all about numbers. Lisa and I have tried to bring it up, but management doesn't seem to care." Ethan nodded, his respect for Ryan and Lisa growing. They were passionate about their jobs and the people they served, even when it meant speaking out against the system. The next day, Ethan returned to the gym early in the morning. He approached Lisa, who was setting up for a group class. "Hey, Lisa," Ethan said, offering a friendly smile. "Mind if I join your class?" Lisa grinned. "Of course, it's always great to see new faces." As the class began, Ethan noticed how much effort Lisa put into making everyone feel included. She encouraged the beginners, challenged the advanced members, and created an environment where everyone felt like they belonged. After the class, Ethan lingered. Lisa, you're an amazing trainer. Have you ever thought about what you'd do if you ran a gym? Lisa laughed, brushing a strand of hair from her face. If I ran a gym, I'd make sure everyone felt welcome, no matter their budget. I'd focus on community, not just profits. Ethan felt a pang of guilt. Had he let his company lose sight of its original mission? The moment of truth came later that week. Ethan called a staff meeting, revealing his identity as the CEO of Coreforce Fitness. The room fell silent, shock etched on everyone's faces. Lisa and Ryan exchanged uneasy glances, unsure of what was coming next. I've spent the past week here, seeing this gym through your eyes, Ethan began. And I've learned something important. Somewhere along the way, we lost sight of why Coreforce Fitness was created. That changes today. Ethan announced new policies focused on inclusivity and community. He implemented a sliding scale membership program and set aside funds to help those who couldn't afford to join. He also promoted Lisa and Ryan to leadership roles, recognizing their passion and dedication. In the months that followed, Coreforce Fitness transformed into a place where everyone truly felt at home. And Ethan? He continued to visit his gyms undercover, not to catch people off guard, but to remind himself of what really mattered. Because sometimes, the greatest lessons come from the people who care enough to speak the truth, even when no one's listening. That's the story, friends. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a pleasure sharing it with you all. Don't forget to comment below and let me know where you're watching from. It's always fun to see the global reach of these stories. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button for more amazing stories, tips, and tricks. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. If you'd like to show some extra love, tap the 3 dots near the share button and send a super thanks.